We got to be ready to go, because if you just shut down, it's easy to flip that switch off. Turning that switch back on takes a lot of time. But we also have to do that without risking spreading COVID throughout. First thing we did is we limited the exposure in the squadron. So people only come in to fly or to do mission essential tasks, and they work on everything from home as much as they possibly can. And then we divided the squadron up into 3 groups. And we have 3 ways to train here. We have the simulator building across the street, which has been a lifesaver for us. We have the day flights and we have night flights. And so we split the squadron into thirds, and that way, with any risk, we're risking potentially affecting 1/3 of the squadron, not the entire squadron. So we did that. We also came up with a mission planning cell. Normally, crews mission plan for their sorties the next day. We now have a mission planning cell that comes into our mission planning office, plans all the missions for the entire week, and then hands the products to the crews. That way, we've eliminated our number one source of contamination or cross-contamination was our mission planning.
The biggest focus back here is just to make sure that we continue to provide the training to the rescue group. We're here to support whatever training they need. So I think with them continuing their flying ops, it continues our ops tempo. It also, keeps us proficient on packing chutes, rigging, etc. We've kind of organized our shop into 2 teams. We have Team 1 and Team 2. So we'd like to adhere, obviously, to the CDC guidance, 6-foot radiuses. So where we see an issue is when we do reconstitution. One person can rebuild, but obviously that adds to the time, the reconstitution time. A normal CDS from the parachute packing to the rebuilding to final product is usually around an hour and 20 minutes. Now it's about 2 hours, 2:20, give or take. It's definitely difficult, but we do try to, Lysol whatever we can or sanitize whatever we can. And a lot of the times when we are rigging, we do wear gloves. When we tie the knots, obviously it's a little more difficult with gloves, but everything else is done with gloves, so there is that added layer of protection.
It's mission critical that rescue stays flying during this COVID epidemic, because we have to be ready to go. We don't get hey, in 6 weeks, there's going to be a mid-air collision over here, or there's going to be a capsized boat out on the ocean. We have to be ready to go as soon as our nation calls. I'm amazed by the Airmen in the 71st, both officers and enlisted. This rescue mentality of always be ready to go and get the job done has helped them come through and adapt to this COVID crisis. They're excited to get back to work. They want to fly. And they've thoroughly impressed me with their ingenuity, how they've gotten back into the airplane, and how they've responded to this crisis.